All right, so welcome to Flirting on the Floor, Dancing Through Life on Your Own Terms, and we are back. And we never start without having a cocktail, right, Kat?
That's right.
So, if you can hear that, that is the sound of a cocktail being mixed up. And obviously you guys can see that. We're simultaneously doing a clubhouse, which we absolutely know nothing about, right, Kat?
Yeah, it's great.
Yeah, we're just basically mixing it up.
Chatting it up. Yep.
And we have said we're going to keep these to 10 minutes. So we're going to try to do 3 10-minute segments. Of course, that will be cut up for you guys that are watching on our YouTube channel. Those of you guys that are in Clubhouse, welcome. And guys, it is March, and we are happy to be here. It's still a little cold here in DC, but welcome. And we have a lot to talk about today. We have a very important topic called getting shit done.
That's right.
On that note,
On
cheers.
that note, we'll start with a drink. Cheers. What is this again? Cucumber.
Happy Friday. This is a cucumber mango martini. That was good. So
That's the right way to start off.
yeah, now we feel like talking.
Yes.
So we all have goals, right? And as marriagepreneurs and people that are in relationships, it's tough to balance those goals. So Kat, let's talk a little bit about, because we're only 2 weeks in on this new goal journey. I mean, we've been missing goals for our entire lives. We hit a lot of goals, but now we put it to paper. And Kat, let's talk about our system.
Yeah. So I can't even, to be honest, remember how we came up with this. I think we just were thinking about what we wanted to accomplish, and we were like, hey, that's what happened. I was like, hey, let's try to plan on hitting together as marriagepreneurs in business together, being married as a couple, being entrepreneurs, if you didn't get marriagepreneur.
Yeah. Google search it.
Yeah. We were like, okay, how do we, crush our goals every week? And we were like, let's just gamify this. And actually, and then so we started thinking, we were having breakfast and we were like, okay, like we should do part really big goals, and the other part, small goals.
Yeah. So
obviously the small goals are easier to accomplish, so they're less points, but the big goals are really a lot of points because it takes us forever and we can't freaking just do it in one day. It might take like the whole week to do it.
So here's the incredible kind of caveat here with the goal thing, is that at the end of the week, we get a prize. Yes. And so last week we went and had crabs because we set the goal of 80%, which, in some states is like basically barely passing at a C. But we wanted to start small. And that's the key, I think, in anything, right? Is starting your goals and balancing those goals. So for example, some of these goals focus a little bit more on the things that we do within our business. And then some of them we did together. For example, bonus is if we could do this for 4 days, Monday through Thursday, no sugar and no bread. Now, we're not getting crazy with like no fruit sugar. I mean, no sugar as in
artificially added.
Yeah,
like
exactly.
Cokes and candies and yeah.
Yeah. So that's tough when you want to have ice cream or we actually bought sugar-free chocolate.
When you have a huge sweet tooth and you could just eat candy every day of the week or chocolate or whatever. Yeah, we usually indulge in ice cream. I think ice
cream is great. So,
ice cream and sprinkles all the way.
So we made it that we had to do it together. So no bread, no sugar. That's worth half a point each, right? And if one of us misses, it's you don't get half a point. We had ones like reading 4 times a week, working out, meditating, which obviously is super important, bringing things together. And then, of course, our 8-hour fast. Now, Kat, this whole fasting thing is crazy. I feel focused.
Well, we've been doing it for a while now. I think now we're coming up to probably like a year or 2 doing it. And the main reason,
on and off.
Yeah, on and off, not straight. But the main thing was, when we get super bogged down and busy, we do it anyways. So we ended up just twisting it and just making it mandatory Monday through Friday, sometimes Monday through Thursday.
Or Thursday.
Because we really only have to do 4 times a week. But we've been hitting it almost every time because, you know, the more and more you do it, the easier it becomes. And really, you know, it really helped us focus more. So we really were able to crush more goals, not having to think about, oh, what am I going to make for breakfast? What am I going to make for lunch? And then dinner 3 times and give breaks.
And then our big goals. So our 3-point goals were basically ones, like, for example, set up our click funnels. Now, any of you guys that are marriagepreneurs or in business, you know, or have your own individual goals in your relationship, you know, it is so tough. ClickFunnels is like the next level of getting stuff done. CRM solution. I mean, these are big things that we wanted to achieve. And, you know,
all like infrastructure, like just redoing our infrastructure a little bit to come back even stronger.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah. And it's interesting psychologically, you know, I can feel every day we're waking up and we're kind of like, okay, what are we going to tackle? And then as we get closer to the end of the week, it's like, kind of like oh shit, get things done. What do we have to hit our 80%? You know,
like we really want that reward. And so like it's funny because like in the morning usually, you know, Lee will already be awake. I'm kind of a snoozer, but you know, he'll wake up a little earlier than I will, and then I'll I'll get up and, you know, we'll have our coffee and I'll go to the office and I'm like, okay, hey, did you do any of these things? I have the satisfaction of crossing them out. Like I really love doing that. So I'm like, did you do your goal? So it keeps us kind of accountable. At the same time. It's like, okay, did you do what you needed to do on the list? Because I really need those 3 points. And did you do what you need to do? Okay, we need those 3 points also. So it's really cool. I really like this. The last couple weeks have been really interesting. And we have 2 sheets because one has the bigs and the smalls. And then the other one has the things that are like 4 times a week, 5 times a week. And it's labeled by day and Lee and Kat. So we each get to cross off everything we do and keep track during the week. That's super important. And this is something that we just stick right onto our refrigerator and, you know, and then it's always right in front of our face so we know exactly what we need to do.
Yeah, it's right there. And so today we want to hopefully give you guys the motivation to start your own get shit done goal sheet and really make it whatever works for the both of you. But the key, I think, you know, as we started filling this out, is find balance. So if you're, you know, if you hit just only goals that are focusing on the business side of your relationship, that's great. But it's probably not gonna get you to the finish line, right? You have to find balance in your relationship.
And you also have to get a reward that both parties are kind of happy about.
That's true.
You know, because, you know, if next week we do I don't know, we go to a Corvette park, it's not really going to help me out any because I'm not going to be motivated to do any goals.
But
Lee, although loves Corvettes.
If we go to the Corvette show, but first stop at a winery or 2 for tasting.
Hey!
See, that brings it together.
Win-win.
For example, and I know we're getting somewhat close to our 10 minutes. Well, we'll maybe shy, but we just won't want to do 30-minute videos.
Yeah.
But look, this week's goal, okay? We're going to tell you what it is, all right? We're going to go up to, like I said, we live in Northern Virginia. We're keeping it simple this week. We're going to go up. There's a distillery that has an incredible vodka up in Manassas, Warrenton area.
And on that note, I'll take a sip while you're talking.
And we're going to check out the distillery. We're going to meet up with some of our friends. We are going to stop at a winery, and then we are going to stop at basically a beer. What do they call those things? I guess that's
a brewery.
A brewery. Thank you so much. The alcohol is talking. You have winery, distillery, and brewery. I mean, it's like the ABCs of alcohol. 1, 2, 3. You know me, do re mi.
I can't believe you forgot that.
Yeah. So the most important thing. The point is we're gonna stop at Bull Run and where the Battle of Manassas. So it's gonna be history mixed with alcohol, kind of like Drunk History. Love that show.
I love that show.
So find something that helps you balance and make the sheet, put it on your fridge, and basically
And do whatever point system you want. I mean, obviously for the big ones, give yourself more points. For the small ones, you know, we usually like sometimes midweek where like Lee will add like 20 different things, and I'm like, okay, sure. Like as long as we're feeling good about it and crossing things off, that's the thing. It's really just having fun and being accountable.
And what's interesting is, since you're going for like, let's say 80%, what's happening, what we did after the first week is we looked at our goals and we said, okay, what are we going to carry over? What did we not get done on week one?
Mm-hmm. And it's okay.
And it's okay. And those things will hopefully get moved on to, or we'll move on to those next goals. So that is it. Make a goal sheet, have fun with it, and GSD, get shit done. Because ultimately, you have to get things done, and it's I don't know, I feel good about getting those things done. And you know, we know some weeks we may not hit that 80%, but there's so many things in life that pop up. If you have kids, I'm sure you're getting distracted, you know, things happen, you know,
anything. Yeah, some weeks you just don't want to do anything, you just want to chill. And you know, I mean, yeah, it's just your mind isn't there. Sometimes you just need a mental break. So it's okay. Give yourself the okay to do that, but try to make it fun so that when you hit that reward, it's like, oh my God, like that was actually, you know, it was motivating me. It was fun to do it, to get to that goal and to be, you know, accountable with your partner.